Konnichiwa minasan. Hello friends, how are you? Welcome to Saral Japani YouTube channel. Today is the 53rd lesson of this playlist on Japanese lessons for beginners in English. I am your friend Sujoy Chatterjee. In the last lesson, we had learned 5 kanji characters. Today, we shall learn 5 more. So you can see here the characters that we are going to learn today. And for each of these characters, we shall look at their readings in Kun'yomi and On'yomi, their meanings and various usages as per the context, the involved radicals in them, their stroke order, and their origin and evolution. So let's start with today's first symbol, which represents small or little. In Kun'yomi, the readings are chisai, ko, o, and sa. In On'yomi, the reading is shou. So now let's look at some meanings and usages in Kun'yomi. Chisai means small, tiny, little, slight, below average in degree, amount, etc. Minor, low, for example, sound. Soft, for example, voice. Unimportant, petty, insignificant, trifling, trivial, young, and juvenile. Then we have Chisai Koro. Chisai Koro means as a child, when one was a child. Here are a few usages in On'yomi. It's shou, small item, elementary school, smaller of two things, place X, etc. with the same name, inferior, younger, of two people with the same name. So this symbol represents something small, little, or insignificant. Then we have kosame here, kosame. So you can see here there are two kanji symbols. This is ko and this is same, which means rain. So it means light rain or a drizzle kind of shower. So little rain. Likewise, this is bisho. Bisho means microscopic, that is very tiny. And then we have chusho. Chusho means small and medium. So this is again the combination of two kanji symbols, and the first kanji symbol, as we know, this represents something inside or in the middle, and this is something small. So that's why these together, these two symbols gives the meaning of small and medium. So this is how, if you look at these two, especially kosame and chusho, so these two, we can see that very basic two kanji characters are used to form this word in kanji. This is a radical in itself, and the stroke order is also very simple. This is the first stroke, this is the second stroke, and this is the third stroke. This is how we write this character. Now let's move on to the next character for today. But before that, let's look at the origin of this chisai. So you can see here three small dots. Three small dots is this represents 3 grains of sand, and it depicts something very small or insignificant. And that's why from this ancient scripture or symbol, the modern day kanji for small or little has been derived. So this is how this character has evolved. Next is bamboo. Bamboo, in Kun'yomi we call it take, and in On'yomi we call it chiku. Take and chiku. Take means bamboo, any grass of subfamily Bambusoideae, middle of a 3-tier ranking system. So you can see that there is no similarity between these two meanings. One is bamboo, one is middle of a 3-tier ranking system. So it means it depends on the context in which this symbol is used, and it is used in combination with which other characters. So depending on that, the meaning will vary. But don't get overwhelmed or afraid of so many different meanings of the same symbol involving the same symbol. You will get to learn all these symbols and all these usages slowly as you progress in your learning path of Japanese. So for the time being, just remember the basic meanings for each of these characters and you should be fine. So just take it easy and keep learning. Okay, coming back to bamboo, take, and then we have this is takeuma. Takeuma means stilts for walking or hobby horse. Then we have fuetake. Fuetake means bamboo flute, bamboo for making flutes, and also it can mean generic wind and string instruments. Then we have nigatake. Nigatake means Japanese timber bamboo, giant timber bamboo or the Simon bamboo. In On'yomi, we have few readings here. So you can see chikurin. Chikurin means bamboo thicket or bamboo groove. So here you can see this is the kanji for bamboo and this is the kanji for groove, which we have learned in one of the earlier lessons. So chikuring is the bamboo thicket or bamboo groove. Then we have here takeuma. Once again, takeuma, which means stilts for walking or hobby horse. So this is bakuchiku. Bakuchiku means firecracker. And this is hachiku. Hachiku is breaking bamboo. So these are different applications of bamboo, and with the combination of these different kanji characters with this bamboo kanji, different meanings are derived. Again, this kanji is a radical in itself, and these are the stroke orders. This is the first stroke, the second stroke, the third stroke, the fourth stroke, the fifth stroke, and the sixth stroke like this. So in this way, this character is written, and how from where this character has come. This is the ancient scripture which represents two bamboo stalks with leaves. These are the leaves. And from this, the modern character has been derived like this. So that was bamboo. Next is, it looks bit complicated. It's for spirit, mind, air, atmosphere, or mood of a person. The Kun'yomi reading is ki. So as you can see, ki for tree also we have ki, but this has a different meaning here. In On'yomi again we have ki and ke both. So this is pretty simple. The pronunciation is pretty simple. Kun'yomi is ki and On'yomi is both ki and ke. But there are lot many meanings. So these are some of the Kun'yomi meanings. Here ki means spirit, mind, heart, nature, disposition, intention, mind, will, motivation, mood, feelings, consciousness, care, attention, consideration, worry, interest, the air, atmosphere, ambience, atmosphere of, air of, fragrance, aroma, flavor, or taste. So you can see how diverse is the application of this kanji symbol. So depending on the context and the combination with other kanjis, any of these meanings may be applicable. Then we have, this is kiai. Kiai means fighting spirit, motivation, effort, shout for getting in the right mood to deal with something, etc. Cheer, yell, short shout when performing an attacking move like yeah, yeah, this kind of sounds. So these are known as ki, and this is ki and this is I. So this again is a combination of two kanjis. Then we have kokoroiki. Kokoroiki. Kokoroiki is spirit or determination, and we have Mizuke. Mizu is water. You can see here the kanji for water. So Mizuke means water content, moisture, juiciness, dampness, water vapor, steam, dropsy or edema. Now we have few onyomi meanings. K, it means sign, indication, trace, touch, feeling, somehow, for some reason or seeming to be. Then we have Kehai. Kehai means indication, sign, hint, sensation, feeling, and tone of the market. We have Iaki. Iaki means dislike, disgust, disinclination and tired of something. So this is in the negative sense of the meaning of this kanji. The radical that is involved here is steam or breath. So this upper portion, this portion until here. So this is the radical involved here, and this is the steam or breath radical, and this is the extra part. Now the stroke order. This is the first stroke, the second stroke, third stroke, fourth stroke, this together, the fifth stroke, and the sixth and the last stroke like this. So in this way, this character will be written in this particular order or sequence. Now, from where this has come? So initially it was just three horizontal strokes like this, and this, expressing the feeling of the sky. However, in order to avoid confusion with the number three, this is sung. And if we write these three like up to here, then it will confuse with this character of sung. So that's why the third stroke was made from top to bottom. So the third stroke was made up until this bottom here to distinguish it from three. Then it was developed this portion. This is the rice. This kanji is for rice, kome, which is pronounced as kome. So rice is added here to give rice as a gift, you can say, and later borrowed meanings of air flow from this one. So together, these two became the symbol for spirit, mind, atmosphere, or even mood. So you cannot directly or logically derive the meaning, like it doesn't make sense. You may argue that it doesn't make sense. These meanings doesn't make sense with what we have today and what meaning we have. But these are not very clear from where these meanings have been derived. Different people assume different or imagine different logic, or they develop different kinds of logic, and based on that they just take it for granted that it must have come in that way. So don't be bothered much about the origin and evolution, just this is for the sake of your understanding. The next kanji of today is for before, ahead, previous, future, precedence. So you can see that very contradictory meanings are presented using this. There is before, also there is ahead. There is previous, there is again future. So these are a bit contradictory. So we will see how these meanings are derived and how these meanings are used. So this is basically saki or mazu in Kun'yomi and sen in On'yomi. Saki. Saki means point, tip, end, nozzle, head of a line, front, first, before, ahead of, the way ahead, beyond, future, previous, prior, former, recent, last, destination, address. Then we have kotesaki. Kotesaki means tip of the hand, cheap trick, superficial cleverness, or cheap. So this is again in negative sense. Then we have hokosaki. This is hokosaki. Hokosaki means point of a spear, aim, or target or edge. Then we have mazu. Mazu means first of all, firstly, to begin with. So in this way, the symbol of this saki or mazu gives different kinds of meanings based on these different usages here. So here you can also see this small kanji for small or little that we just discussed in today's lesson. And this character, that of hand. So that also we have discussed in one of our previous lessons. So this is small hand and this is today's kanji. So together these three gives tip of the hand or cheap trick, superficial cleverness. So you can see how different or unexpected the usage may be. In Onyomi, we have sen, which means former, previous, old, first move in Go, Shogi, etc., or the opening move, that is the opening scene of a movie, and so on. Then we have senku. Senku means forerunner, precursor, pioneer, leader, outrider, or outriding. That is the initiator. And we have kisen. Kisen means forestall. The radical involved here is that for legs. So we have done this symbol. This is for legs. We have already done in our previous lessons. And so this radical is involved here. And this is the stroke order. The first stroke like this. This is the second stroke, the third stroke. This is the fourth stroke, the fifth stroke, and the sixth stroke. Now let's see how it came. So this is the most ancient symbol for this, and later it was developed or evolved into this. So this is nothing but an evolved version of this. And together these represent to protect on a dangerous path or to escort someone, to become the bodyguard of someone, to lead, to go or do first, to open way. So that's why this symbol in modern context is used for uh, this ahead. So since this ancient meaning gives the meaning of to escort someone, that is to protect someone or to lead. So that's why this is extended to these meanings, like it is well ahead or in for the future. So again, the meanings of before, previous, or precedence. Precedence is still okay, but before and previous, so this doesn't seem to be fitting into this description. So these are exceptions, and no one knows how exactly and why exactly these symbols have evolved into the modern ones, which has some other meaning. The last symbol for today is sora, which means empty or sky, more commonly used for sky, and also used to represent void, vacant, vacuum, or emptiness. So Kun'yomi, there are several readings based on the usages. This may be, but the most common one is sora. Then it may be used as aku, aki, akeru, kara, suku, sukasu, and munashi. And in On'yomi, it is ku. The meanings in Kun'yomi: sora, which means sky, the air, the heavens, weather, far off place, distant place, state of mind, feeling, from memory, by heart, falsehood, lie, somehow, vaguely, fake. So you can see the diverseness, the diversity of meanings. Next is Harita. Sorry, the next one is Harita Sora. Harita Sora means clear sky, that is sunny day or sunny sky, or a cloudless sky. That is the sun is clearly visible. Then we have Aku. Aku means to open, for example, doors or business, etc. To be empty, to be vacant, to be available, to be free, to have been opened of one's eyes, mouth, etc. To come to an end, to have a hole, to form a gap, to have an interval between events. Then we have Aki. Aki means space, room, gap, emptiness, vacancy, opening, empty seat, free time or time to spare. Few more Kunyomi meanings. Akeru, to open a door, etc. To unwrap, for example, some parcel or package or some mail. To unlock, to open for business, etc. To empty, to remove. So this is the verb form basically. So you can see from these meanings, we are writing everywhere to empty, to remove. That means this is some action, and that's why it's verb, and that's why this ru is used. So although we have not done a lesson on verbs, but for the time being you can just imagine it like that, that whenever these words end with ru, it's basically the verb form of that word. So to empty, to remove, to make space, to clear out, to be away from, example, one's house, to leave temporarily, to end of a period, to make time for, to make a hole, to open up a hole, and so on. Kara. Kara means emptiness, unburdened, empty handed, dishonored bill or promise, etc. False, no show, put on, cheeriness, courage, etc. Empty, compliments, insincere. So this is in the form of negative meaning. This is karate. Karate, friends, you must be very, very aware of this. We know it as karate. It's one of the martial arts, karate. So this is basically a Japanese word called karate, which means being empty-handed. So kara means empty and te means hand. So this is kara, this is te. So empty-handedness. So since karate is fought or this sport doesn't require any arms or any accessories in the hand, it's played with empty hands. So that's from there this karate word has come, and the whole world knows it as karate. So this is very, very important word and very, very important application of this kanji character karate. On'yomi meanings, this is ku, empty air, sky. In Indian or Sanskrit, we call it shunyata, that is the lack of an immutable intrinsic nature within any phenomenon. Emptiness, fruitlessness, meaninglessness, void, one of the five elements as well. Then we have kuiki. Kuiki means airspace. Then we have ryoku, which means territorial airspace. And we have boku. Boku is air defense. So all these three are related to the Air Force activities. The radical involved in this symbol is that of cave. So this portion, this is the cave radical. The stroke order is like this. The first stroke, then we have the second stroke here, the third stroke like this, the fourth stroke, the fifth stroke, the sixth stroke, seventh stroke, last stroke like this. So using these 8 strokes in this order, we should be able to draw this character. Now from where it has come? Empty, sky, void, vacant, vacuum. So this is the ancient symbol. Probably the symbol for cave was extended to represent hollowness because the inside of a cave is hollow and empty or void, and that's why the symbol for cave was extended to represent hollowness at a later period, resulting in the modern symbol. So this part was later added, and this is how the modern symbol has evolved. So friends, that's all for today. That's all from lesson 53. Do practice these 5 kanji characters in your notebook so that you remember it for a long time. And I will be back soon with the next lesson, which is lesson 54, and we shall be doing something new. So till then, arigato gozaimasu, matai masho.